welcome to CHMA broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, Canada. You are listening either on 106.9 FM in the Tantramar area or at www.chmafm.com.
Which is on the internet?
Beep boop.
Which has more cats than the real world now.
I think so. And the real world, I think, has like roughly billions.
You think there's billions of cats out there?
I think there's more cats than people.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We're like not even a minute into the episode, and someone who knows this is already yelling,
screaming
at the radio,
at us.
like,
yeah.
You Hittites. You.
The SPCA is screaming at us.
Maybe. Oh, well.
And who are they screaming at? Ground control at YMC Midgic Airport. You are joining myself, Air Traffic Controller Thomas.
And me, Air Traffic Controller Luke.
Very handsy tonight. I just punched the mic a couple times.
Yeah, you're also like, I won't say low energy, but like last week you started out super chill, and this week you're bringing that vibe again.
Yeah, maybe we got new vibes here. You know?
Fall vibes?
Autumn
vibes?
We're almost coming up on, I'm going to say, a new season of the show. Like our season finale is coming up.
Oh, are we going to have a season finale?
Well, yeah. We kind of like, you know.
Are we going to vote it into a clip show?
Oh. Maybe
a best of a year in review.
We'll get us reacting to clips of us saying terrible things. How does that sound?
It's a radio equivalent to a listicle. Shoot me now.
Yeah, no. Big 1 year anniversary is coming up. We got to do something, right?
Yeah, we'll do something for it.
And then that will ring in, I think, season 2.
And we just roll right into it?
Of course.
Huh.
You know, I think if we went back and listened to our first episode, it would be a wild ride.
Oh, I'm not sure I want to do that.
I think we should do that.
We should do that?
I think that's what we're going to do now.
Huh.
Anyway. Hey, I'm Air Traffic Controller Thomas. That's Air Traffic Controller Luke. Join us for the next hour as we watch the skies, listen to some tunes, chat. It'll be done by and by. Hear a little bit from Air Traffic Controller Everett as well.
Yeah, he's got some things to say.
He's got a couple things to say. He's a very vocal little man. So, Luke, weather.
Oh, man, I was pissed. Folks, this is the point in the episode we reveal when this was pre-recorded live.
Yes, of course.
And while this is Sunday evening at 6:04.
For you,
right now is Friday evening at
6:18.
Yeah. And I accidentally heard the weather on the drive over. And I convinced myself I was going to call for the first, like, flurries and snow of this coming week. Like, to put it, you know, not idea boards, but I'm going to call it into existence. You know, I was going to make some snow. And then they announced flurries. And I was like, oh, you guys got me. The commercial,
is that right?
The commercial meteorologists, they beat me to the punch.
Really?
I'm still going to call it. We're going to see some flurries this week.
We're going to see flurries this weekend.
It's the Maritimes. You got to see a little sprinkle, like, around Halloween.
Yeah, no, that is fair. I've said it on the show before. My mother used to say,
make sure your costume.
Make sure you don't dress like a football player again. No, she used to say the first snowfall always happened before our birthday, which was the middle of October. We're past that now.
Yeah.
So end of October, 1st of November. I think there's a great time for our snowfall.
Yeah, a little sprinkling.
Just a little
preview
reminder
of things to come.
Yeah, just Air Traffic Controller Archie needs to be on his toes. So he needs to be reminded that snow exists.
Snow does exist, and it's gonna hit like a truck this year.
Yeah. So it's
my prediction.
Prediction now.
The rest of the week, you know what? I mean, if we see some flurries, we'll probably see some rain. I'm gonna give us 2 more days of freakishly warm. Maybe not freakishly warm, but like we might see. Yeah, we're gonna. I'm not gonna tell you which days.
Sure.
That's for you to figure out.
Totally.
We're going to see teen temperatures 2 more times this week.
Totally.
To
figure out which days you're going to have to go outside.
Yeah.
Check yourself. I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
No. Best to do it before you wreck yourself.
It really is always best to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the Farmer's Almanac that we gave our first Fool's Gold Star to last week. I'm not going to read it to you this week.
Thank you.
Next week, though.
Yes.
Starts the calendar in the Old Farmer's 2025 Almanac by Robert B. Thomas.
All right.
So you're going to get... Oh, you're so thrilled already. You're...
just sneaking a yawn into the episode.
So there's your heads up. Next week we're starting with the Farmer's Almanac.
All right, but this week we should start with a tune.
This is Catherine Moeller, fiddle player from PEI.
All right,
and this is a medley of 3 songs. So a medley is when you put
multiples together.
Multiple songs together, yes. So this is a medley of Sheila's Brush, Old Betsy, and Sugar Island.
Mm-hmm. Does the Tetley tea still exists, right?
I think so, yeah.
Tetley should have a medley competition every year for the best Tetley medley, where tea drinkers sit around and
judge.
Yeah. Think of it.
I am thinking of it.
That's like social media gold, because you could have each review be what's the attention span of humans nowadays? 12 seconds?
I would say.
Yeah. So you could totally have a, hang on. Sip of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I really enjoyed that little medley from so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
And give one reason why. That's your whole thing. Have it done by everybody's grandma.
I think this is a wonderful idea.
Yeah. Tetley Tea, you call me. We'll facilitate this.
ATC at midgicairport.com is the email address that, honestly, we get tens of emails too.
Yeah, I'm sure we do. Mostly people correcting my misclassing of animals and plants.
Sports happens around here.
Oh, people love sports.
People love sports. Do you know what's a big sport around here, especially this time of year?
Curling.
Yes.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
No.
Oh, okay, but yeah,
high school football
starting back up for the years. The curling as well.
It is, yeah. We're looking at high school football right now.
Mm-hmm.
The high school football team here in Tantramar is undefeated this season. 5 wins, 1 tie.
Who tied them?
They tied with Harrison Tremble, if I remember correctly. Yes, they did. So Tantramar is in the playoffs for our division. So the first game would be essentially the quarterfinals. Tantramar versus, which is the first seed, against the 4th seed, being Bernice McNaughton.
Okay.
Who they beat 46-0, I believe, or around there last time.
Again, football scoring is like tennis scoring to me. It doesn't mean anything.
What score? What sport do you want that in?
Like basketball or hockey, I suppose.
Hockey would be 5 or 6-0.
Okay.
In basketball, I would give it to a 68-100.
All right. So a fairly dominant victory.
Yes. A spanking. Yes, I believe that's what I called it actually the other day as well on this show, was a spanking. The other two in the playoffs are Harrison Tremble, like I previously mentioned, as they tied Tantramar. They are 4-1, 4 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. And they're versus the Riverview Royals at 4 wins.
Not the Royals?
2 losses. The Riverview Royals. No, we've done this before. You told me they're not French.
I think we did, yeah.
Tantramar will likely beat Bernice McNaughton. That game will be in the past for our listeners, so you can look that up. But I'm going to look into the future, and it's looking like we are going to face either Harrison Tremble or Riverview Royals next. So they're all eliminator games now. So if the Titans lose this,
you're done.
Saturday at 1, yeah, they're done. I'm presuming they're not going to right now. And looking at Harrison Tremble versus Riverview. So the last time they played Riverview, I believe it was also a 30-0 victory.
Okay.
And when they played Harrison Tremble, that is the game they tied. So it is interesting to see who will win there. When Harrison Tremble and Riverview played, I believe Harrison Tremble won about 10 points. So that's a fairly close game. So the
high school football action is hot right now.
It's hot right now. Very, very hot right now. So look for the game of Tantramar Regional Titans versus either Harrison Trimble or Riverview Royals here in the next few days. The other thing I wanted to bring up really quick was the Toronto Raptors.
Oh, the International Basketball Association.
The International Basketball Association. They had their first regular season game.
Oh?
At the time of recording, they'll have had at least one more by the time it came out. But in the first one against the Cleveland Cavaliers, they... did I say whipping earlier?
A whooping?
A whooping? That's essentially what happened to them.
Oh, they got their clocks cleaned?
Yeah, and the coach afterwards was the stereotypical, like, we're evaluating.
Every coach sounds exactly the same in every professional
We
sports
are
league.
evaluating play by play, not game by game. We are looking at growth. We are...
When did corporate business speak move over into sports interviews and be like, listen, our corporate synergistic management solutions are here, and as we move forward into the sports play, like, they could do the same thing.
Oh, 100%. But essentially, yeah, we were about the same in the first. We had about the same energy. Came out, I think it was like 32-31 out of the first.
Okay.
And then in the second, I think they scored another 31-32 and we scored 17.
It's a little rougher.
And then it was like 31-32 to 20. And then like 31-32 to 20.
Okay, so it ended not great.
Yeah. So... there was a lot of growth, sure, but our star player, Scotty Barnes, you would like him. He's always going for the paint.
Yeah.
So he's always going close to the basket, trying to make a play. But the Cleveland Cavaliers have Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, two of the better interior defenders in the league. And when Scotty Barnes got kind of closed off inside, that kind of
shut down the entire team. Oh. Weren't you saying that Toronto's supposed to have this hot 3-point shooter that's like
Grady Dick? Yes.
Yeah.
So Grady Dick apparently did have a fairly okay game, but we still have a few starters. Emmanuel Quickly being our starting point guard, and RJ Barrett being one, a Canadian, and two, our starting small forward. Both are currently out right now.
Oh, great start of the season.
Yes. So contributing factors, of course, because they are two very big contributors on the court. But it's still not great to see our star player get
whooped.
Yeah, trounced. That's some sports news, man. Do you want to listen to a tune?
Yeah.
Hey,
play a tune.
I'll play a tune. This is Just a Phase by Summer Bennett.
All right.
Daydream about you in my life. I get to decide your design. There's pictures of you on my wall. Pretty soon I tend to move on. And I'm high off your drug, and it's normal for us. Don't we all think it's love? all this love. You're just the phase that I'm going through. I'm young, so that's what I'm bound to do. I am toxic cause I am obsessed, losing all common sense. And they're like, oh, oh. You're just the phase that I'm going through. And in just 1 week I'll be over you. I am poison cause I am an addict. The beat of my madness, I'm like, oh, oh. It's just the phase. It's just the phase. It's just the
Woo! What do you think?
In general?
About, anything really.
Oh, if I'm 100% honest, I was kind of refreshing myself on my news story. That was my backup.
Oh, what's your backup news? Backup news!
Well, no, I was going to talk about bridge news.
No, do it, bridge news!
Because it's like so much bridge work going on all of a sudden.
There's a lot of bridges
and I don't,
getting worked on.
I don't mean to, like, confuse, what is it, causality with the correlation with causality?
Yes.
But, like, we started talking about it.
That's
and
true.
Now bridges are getting worked on.
Exactly. And you know what's interesting?
Walker Road overpass on the highway, getting worked on. Main Street overpass.
Finally getting worked on.
What, a year later?
Yeah.
Work's getting done.
That's
I
crazy.
threatened to move a couple I suggest that someone move a couple
there it is,
candlesticks or pylons, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, folks, we got to get this bridge fixed.
Yeah.
So, not sure why the bridge people are from Minnesota, but
but they are, and they're doing good work.
Oh,
they're listening to the right people.
Now they are.
So,
or maybe they're not, and it's we just happened to get fed up with it at the same time that they decided to do some work, or it was scheduled. So the bridges. They're happening. Nothing to do with the cover bridge on the High Marsh Road.
No, we don't got much on that, unfortunately. Yeah. Hey, I'm looking at the Work Times, as I usually do. Thank you, Bruce.
You should just call the news segment on your behalf the Work Times update.
Honestly, we might start. Yeah, that's great. Just like,
what do you mean we?
Bye-bye, Higgs. Megan Mitten wins decisive victory in Tantramar. Not much to say on this other than Megan Mitten coming in for, I believe, a third term.
There you go.
She came in during a by-election. So instead of having 8 years under her belt, this is 6 years under her belt. But yes, Megan Mitten winning her seat as MLA here in Tantramar. Got the...
people have spoken.
The people have spoken
with their votes.
I got I got the tally in front of me.
Oh,
do you want to know the numbers?
Yeah, give me the numbers.
Yeah.
I checked it the night of, but it wasn't done counting, and then I went to bed because I was tired.
Yeah, super fair.
Yeah.
For Megan Mitten, we have 2,468. For John Higham, for the Liberal Party, we have 1,760. Bruce Finney for the Progressive Conservatives has 1,166, right behind Higham. Evelyn Godfrey for the NDP having 84, and Donna Allen for the Libertarian Party having 57.
And I won't engage you on politics anymore, because I kind of 100% think that this is like the people who are really interested in this are talking about it and read up on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And those who aren't have heard enough of it. My only thing is that I kind of wonder, like, of the eligible voting population, what does that like?
Yes, I believe
did like 12% show up, or did like 24% or 42, or what
I
combination?
don't have that statistic right in front of me, but I did see it, and I will try to find it and edit it back.
If you saw it, I can look it up. That's fine.
Is, I believe, 66%.
Really?
And if I'm wrong, I'm going to put it here. It is 66%.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think it's about 66.
Better than I would have thought, honestly.
Yeah, and I think it's very good as well.
Good job, team, on voting.
You know what? I would always love to see more. I have voted in every single election I have been able to since I have been 18.
Yeah, I think I have as well.
Be that in municipal, provincial, federal, union, etc. Any
you get a vote, you're going to use it.
100%, and I am 100% a person that has spoiled ballots before as well. But I think engaging in the democratic
allegedly
process,
spoiled a ballot.
That's not. It is not illegal to spoil a ballot.
All right.
Yeah, I think engaging in the democratic process is incredibly important. Hey, both Higham, being for the Liberal Party, and progressive conservative candidate Bruce Finney congratulated Mitten on her victory. This is coming straight from the Warwick Times. I agree. Quote, "This was an adventure," said Finney, a 20-year veteran and elected municipal councillor in Sackville and Tantramar. So he was a Sackville councillor before it became
the Tantramar regional. Yeah.
Quote, "I had a feeling it was going to be green. I know the people in the town. I know their mindset," he said. "They voted for what they wanted, and they got what they wanted," he added. Finney noted that Mitten complained during the all-candidate forum that she couldn't get things done for her riding because she couldn't get a hearing from the progressive conservative Premier Blaine Higgs. Quote, "Well, I don't see her getting the ear of this Premier either. So I don't know what Megan has really done over the last 6 years and what she hopes to accomplish over the next 4. But hey, I wish her the best of luck," end quote, he said. Man.
Okay.
It's a statement.
It is.
Hey, that's the news.
All right. Yeah, gosh. I'm not going to continue talking about politics.
Yeah.
I'm going to be talking about the people talking about politics.
Yeah.
And it's just wild. Like, obviously, the provincial thing now is done. It's over. And it's good.
Holt is our premier elect.
Yep.
Higgs is winding down his days as premier. Yeah, that is the news.
But I mean, also like the proliferation of the media cycle from south of the border right now as well.
Yes,
like, and I've mentioned it here on air before that I actively avoid news. And I mean, obviously, you folks listen to this, and we do occasionally mention like real news topics as well. Yeah, not just bridge news,
bridge news,
or news about Dorchester or giant birds, or we do keep a finger on the pulse of what's actually going on in the world. But I think the news cycle is so fraught with danger.
Yeah, and that's super fair.
That it's like I'm pretty happy this is over, and be happier when some other things are over and people can refocus the energy that they put onto this. And that's not to detract anything from the the process or from democracy. It's just like you see people who get so wound up about it, and I think some of them there's no approaching them in a way that's like, I know you feel passionately about this, but you're feeling about it so passionately that it's like you've delved into obsession from enthusiasm.
It's not being able to see the forest through the trees, right? Like you're just staring right at the tree in front of you.
Yeah, and sometimes you walk right into it over and over again.
Yeah, and and I'm not saying that tree isn't incredibly important either, but and it can be really hard to take a step back and try to see the forest. But yeah, you're right.
Anyway,
gold stars.
Gold stars. Man, I out at the airport today, like in
Yeah.
the passenger area. I guess I wasn't in baggage pickup, but the area they walk in, like it's like reception, right?
Tarmac-y going.
Yeah, they haven't gone through customs and the security yet, but they've, they're in the door.
Yeah.
And the folks from the Legion came in to put the poppy boxes up.
Yeah.
And have a little chat about that. So I was like, you know what? I come from a small town originally too, and I know the Legion up there struggled for a lot of years, and the one here is quite active.
Yes.
We were supposed to attend that event there not all that long ago.
For Old Man Ludica,
Yeah, and then the reschedule just didn't work for either of us, unfortunately, but it's like, oh, great, like it's active, and I know they have pool nights, and I know they have, all like turkey dinners, and they got some of the stereotypical stuff, but I know they also host like open mics and stuff. So it's
they do.
And I think it's tough this time of year for them to get traction because of other things that are more commercialized. Yeah, and like not to poo-poo on commercialism as well, but like their capitalism. But it's like the Legion's out there trying to do work and support a lot of people who did. Some of the toughest work. Yeah, so, exactly. This week, the Legion members here that are out beating the pavement to get the Poppy campaign off the ground and make it so they have a budget to work with are definitely getting the gold star this week. Yeah.
That's a great gold star. Last week, I gave our first Fool's gold star to Robert B. Thomas, the author and namesake of the Old Farmers 2025 Almanac.
Wait, I need to stop you here.
Totally.
Are we going to split it from now on, that one of us brings a gold star and one of us brings a Fool's gold star?
No.
Okay, just checking.
That would be great. I don't want
that level of negativity on a Sunday evening.
That's fair. No, I just wanted to remind people that we have thrown a new loop into it, that we can be giving out negative or Fool's gold stars at this point. No. I think my gold star this week is going to go again for the second time, whomever runs the Tantramar events page.
Okay.
Because I forgot to do the events going on in town. And I'm using this as a segue. So second gold star recipient, the
2 stars.
Second time they got the gold star for the Tantramar events website page. That website page?
The internet is complex. Sometimes websites have pages.
And sometimes pages has websites. TantramarEvents.com. We got a couple things coming on this week. The first one is actually happening in about an hour from now.
Get your boots on.
About 55 minutes.
Is it a boots type event?
You might need boots to get there. It's Mount A Music film screening, Canada at War. So this is the final event of the Symposium of Music and War, a film screening of excerpts from Canada at War 1962 with music by Canadian composer Robert Fleming and others. Introductory remarks will be presented by Professor Berkeley Fleming. Wonder if there's relation. Admission is free. All are welcome to attend. Further information regarding the Symposium on Music, you can email music@mta.ca or visit the Department of Music's website. That's at the Brunton Auditorium in the Conservatory of Music, 134 Main Street, Sackville. That's free. And again, that's in like 55 minutes if you want to start heading down there. But if you're looking for something later in the week, something on Friday maybe.
Something that you don't have to get up and do right now.
Right now? Hey, the Mooful.
Oh, yeah.
You remember the Moofle?
I do.
So the Canadian University Men's Field Lacrosse National Championship is happening. We have the TELUS Cup quarterfinals on Friday, November 1st. That's at the Alumni Field, 62 York Street. A day pass is $5. And you check out
$5.
Yeah, $5.
What do
you
you
can
get
check
for
out
$5.
the
world-class sports action.
Future Olympians taking part of the TELUS Cup, the top field lacrosse in the world.
Yeah. For $5.
$5.
Dude.
Hey, you want to listen to a tune?
Sure, man.
I got I think this one's a little bit more, higher energy. We've been
we have been low.
A little bit more laid back.
High.
This is Sarah Segal Laser, and the song is called Butcher Heart.
All my friends are getting famous, but I'm just getting drunk, and I'm running out of reasons to be rooming with the sun. All my friends are getting married, but I'm just getting done. So I'll take your hand and take your time and take your heart and make you mine. All my friends are getting accolades, but I'm just getting high, and I've run out of excuses, so I've started just to lie. All my friends are getting out of here, but I'm just getting tired, so I'll spend your cash and spend your time, expend your heart and make you mine. But beware my butcher heart. Whoa.
Did you catch the surprise? Not surprise. Did you catch the extra week of market this weekend at the park? Market was going to go indoors.
Yes.
Then the market was going to now is staying outdoors for this yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is 2 days yesterday, which is tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes.
And is also going to be outdoors one additional week.
Oh.
Which the people who I generally frequent the market with will be enthused about. because they like the playground.
Yes, there's a playground there, right?
Yes. Yeah, they're playground enthusiasts.
Yes. And is there news on where
it's going?
Where?
No. The market
Yes.
folks are there's great internal and external debate. People have strong views on this,
which maybe it's just because I'm not from here, and maybe you could shine some light on.
Yeah.
So the market.
I'm not from here either, but
I
go
know,
on.
But so the market currently is in Bill Johnstone Park, which is
the park.
Literally in the middle of town, big park, great amenities. There's a little bandstand. There's like a little building there,
playground,
splash pad, yeah, playground, tons of stuff. And it's there pretty much 8 months of the year?
I don't know, quite a few months.
But for the colder months, about 4, maybe 5 months of the year,
it was moving down to Lawrence Street.
They have
been
to the Co-op. Is that what it's called?
I think that's what the building is. Anyway, close to the baseball diamond.
Yeah, and it's been in that, and it's fine.
Yeah,
there I go when it's down there as well. But there has been conversation to move it to the
old tourist info building.
Yes, I was just gonna say the tourist info building.
Sure. Can you still actually get tourist info there?
I think so. Last time I went there,
like
I went there with
space.
my mother, and we got, I think, tourist info and a coffee.
All right. Not the worst combo.
No. I don't know if the tourist info is still there.
Okay.
But yeah. But what is the contention with moving it from one building to the other?
I was going to say people want to walk, but they don't want to walk too far. I think it really is just like there's a fair number of people there in the downtown core that walk to it, and that's great. I mean, for me, I would generally walk to quite a few things downtown. That would cut my walk in half. So, like, for me, it becomes more walkable, especially with people who are of the age that they really enjoy playgrounds still.
Yes. Yep.
And I think there's probably some other perks to going up to that other area. Parking is good. You're next to a different sort of park. You're you're right beside the waterfowl park. There's some hopes that you might draw a little out of town thing with some signage from highway traffic.
Sure,
like, man, have you ever been traveling on a side? Like, listen, if I got to drive to if I have to drive to Woodstock tomorrow morning, I might stop for an hour at the Fredericton Market.
Oh, 100%.
Because I'll have been in the car for 2 hours. You get out, you walk around, you get your lunch that's not from a greasy spoon or like a big box place. You grab a couple of things, and it adds an hour or two to your travel time. But it's an outing, right?
I've been in the car with a friend of the show, Adam, who we've met. And we took a detour to go to a farmer's market for him to buy a giant block of cheese in Quebec. It's not. No, when you say that, that's not out of the realm of possibility in any way, shape, or form.
So it's I think with there's some element. Yeah, you would need some signage or something going on there to indicate it. But let's face it, people going by on the highway now, they don't know what Sackville is.
No. Like, before I lived here, I've said on the show, I'm from St. John, went to school in Antigonish for a while. This was about halfway in between, give or take. So I would stop in the Sackville many, many, many times.
Yes.
Over the years for
Wendy's. And how many times did you drive by?
Even more,
or drive through. Excuse me, like
0.
Downtown. Exactly. Yeah.
It wasn't until I moved here did I drive down Main Street.
Yeah, Bridge Street.
you know, like
the Bridge Main corridor.
Yeah.
And same. Like up until I moved here, I think I would have driven through from Dorchester once.
Sure.
So it's like I had an idea that there was a downtown and the university here.
Yes.
But for me, it was like, the high school's by the highway. So when I came to sport here in town, it was like, that's what you saw. And maybe we stopped at the Golden Arch facility and then we're out of here.
Yeah.
So, I think, and I mean, these are the conversations I'm coming with up off my head. I'm sure there's really valid arguments for moving it and not moving it.
Yeah.
But truth be told, like I can't think of a space downtown offhand that could accommodate it really well.
Maybe this new hypothetical building that potentially will go up on what was it, York? The 7-story.
Oh, the Sackville high rise.
Yeah, the Sackville high rise.
Yeah, maybe. But
that doesn't exist. That's not going to exist.
No,
in a few months' time.
No. So, it's all great to have an idealistic space.
Mm-hmm.
An idea of an idealistic space.
Yeah,
but sometimes you just got to work with what you got. And brick and mortar is hard to find sometimes, and if that's what can house it and keep it under one roof, and maybe help a little bit the businesses that actually operate there day to day, but also, help keep some of those market vendors going through the winter, then, there's some compromises that are going to have to be made regardless. And
totally.
That's the way it's going to be.
That's the way it's going to be. Well, it'll be interesting to see where the market is. I'm going to be honest. I'm probably going to go to it wherever it is. Because that's the type of guy I am. And you what else?
Market enthusiast?
I am a market enthusiast. And you what else I am? An enthusiast of other radio shows, specifically ones known as Under the Needle. Now, I usually shout out Under the Needle, and now known as Live on KEXP, of course. Mm-hmm. And I am going to tell you to listen to the first 29 minutes of Live on KEXP this week.
That's very specific, sir.
But then I do want you to go to Mount A Music Film Screening out of Canada at War at the Brunton Auditorium, which is, of course, a conservatory of music at 134 Main Street, Sackville, New Brunswick, which is free at 7:30 p.m., right?
Yes.
Which is tonight. So for the first 29 minutes... Live on KEXP is going to be banging. And after that, you can go back later and listen to all Live on KEXP performances. They're available on youtube.com/KEXP, including performances from Nova Scotia band Sloan, math rock band Elephant Jim, who you've
I still haven't checked
listened
out,
to, of course. Jeremy Dutcher, of course, is on there as well. You can check that all out at kexp.org. Right after that, Sunday at 8 p.m. Is Black Atlantic. So if you're not going to the Brunton Auditorium, check out Black Atlantic, a primarily Black Atlantic-centric podcast, website, and media channel with the goal of bringing Atlantic POC voices to the world. Hosted by Clinton Davis and Hillary LeBlanc. You can check them out at www.blackatlantic.ca. Follow them on Spotify and visit their YouTube page. So if you do choose to go to the Brunton Auditorium, you can always check out Black Atlantic later. And of course, after that, we always have the night shift with Luca Capone.
Never know what you're going to get with Luca Capone.
You never know what you're going to get with Luca Capone. Spinning a diverse, adventurous mix of sounds ranging from psychedelic jazz to experimental hip-hop with a heavy focus on Canadian and independent artists. What do you got?
Okay. I feel bad because the last few weeks I've been talking exclusively about shows that are too late for me to catch.
Yes.
So this week, I don't know. Again, I'm not like idea boarding or anything, but attainable goals are important.
100%.
And I can make it to 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night.
Yes.
Maybe not on a Monday night because you're dealing with a lot. But on a Tuesday night, 9 in the evening, I could definitely tune into 16 cassettes.
Yeah.
Which is a step back in time, actually, is the definition. Or in the description. You're going to get all types of stuff. You're going to get early alternative music.
Yeah.
but you're gonna get like a dive into why the tracks are important culturally.
Yeah,
which I'm more apt to tune into that to hear like the history of a tune, the impact it had,
sure,
than like a straight hour of music.
Yeah,
right. Like sometimes that's what you want to hear.
That is exactly
Tuesday nights here on CHMA.
That's super neat. Hey,
you can make it till 9 o'clock at night.
I can. So can you. Do you know what we're gonna do? Usually, I would sign us out right now, but I'm not going to. I've been threatening to just
a bonus track.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Is it jazz?
It's not jazz.
Oh,
lucky you! It's not jazz. It's going to be Elephant Jim.
Is it really?
Yeah, might as well play some
Atlantic Canadian music.
No,
sir.
but like we can break our own rules once in a while. And I think since we've
stepped into Quebec at least once or twice.
Yeah, and like we've shouted out Elephant so many times. It feels weird not to have.
All right, give the folks some Sunday evening math rock.
Okay, so here's some
math rock enthusiasts in town.
Oh, they're so happy right now.
Yeah,
here we go. Let's go with from their 2013 EP Balance. This is going to be Finger by Elephant Jim. I'll do what else I know. Not a dang diggly thing other than I want to thank you for listening. And I want to thank
you for listening to CHMA.
Thank you, CHMA, for hosting and broadcasting. You can check them out at chmafm.com and chmafm on all of the socials. And you can give us a shout out on all the socials at Midgic Airport. Except on X.
Yeah, we don't do that
Out of respect to DMX.
For DMX.
Finally, if you miss an episode, you can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts. Signing off.
Have a great night, folks.